With more than 10 million albums sold worldwide, our next guest is a multi-platinum selling artist and a 7-time Grammy nominee.
And you know his hits like All the Things Your Man Won't Do, All That I Am, and I Wanna Know. Singer, songwriter, and now record label owner, Joe. Welcome to Arise 360.
Appreciate it.
Joe, you smell divine. What is that cologne? My goodness.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, you're not going to tell him.
Tom Ford. Tom Ford thanks to Tom Ford on that one.
There you go.
Props.
Two thumbs up, my friend.
I
Two thumbs
appreciate
up.
it.
Okay, let's talk about your new single, Love and Sex Part 2. It's a collabo with Miss Kelly Rowland.
Yeah.
How did this come to be?
Oh, man, great artist, right? Incredible. I mean, I've been a fan of Kelly for a while, of course, you know, and she expressed the same to me. And the song just, I think it's a perfect song. It's like Part 2. The original version was on my last album, Double Back featuring Fantasia.
Yes.
And so now that I'm bringing out a new record, which is called Bridges, around in July sometimes, I mean, I thought the Takeoff record, the first thing would be great to have Kelly Rowland a part of it. I mean, I think it makes a perfect match.
Well, let's take a look at that steamy video you all did together.
Why not? Why not?
Oh, yeah, that was definitely hot. It looked like some real chemistry. Was that just acting? Just clear it up for us. What was going on in that video?
She's a very special lady, you know. She's very special. I mean, any man can see how beautiful she is, and but I got to say honestly, I got a lot of respect for her. A lot of respect. She's in a relationship, so.
Okay.
Right, fair
but
enough.
are you in a relationship?
I'm single. Yeah. I'm single
Are you single and ready to mingle?
Ready to mingle.
Oh, watch out.
All right.
I think Lola has a few friends she can refer you to.
Watch out now. Little Love and Sex Part 3, right?
Ooh.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So what's your creative process like, Joe? Do you sit in a room? Is it like a notepad, pen and paper? Do melodies come to you? Walk us through your process.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a loner when it comes to that. You know, I like to just sort of zone out and just sort of pick my brain apart. And you know, I love creating as well. I mean, music is a real big part of my life, and being a musician has helped elevate everything that I do. Performing, songwriting, you know, producing. So it's a real big part of who I am. And so that's a big part of the elements. Playing the guitar, creating a song in that way, or just walking around the house singing a melody, like I did this morning, which was pretty cool. I think I got.
What'd you come up with this morning?
Yeah.
What'd you sing?
I don't have any words. It was just an incredible feel and vibe and melody. And sometimes it starts with that.
Let's hear it.
Well, I have to pull the thing off because my memory is not so sharp right now. So working on it. I don't want to get any ideas to any creative.
Oh, that's
you
true.
want to steal your music. Okay.
Yeah,
well, what
true.
normally inspires you? Is it all life stories? What?
You know, it really is. It really is. I mean, I've experienced quite a bit. You know, just coming from Georgia, being a part of a religious family. Both my parents are ministers. You know, and being a father as well. You know, just having that being a real big part of my life. Having a daughter. So, and just really understanding that who I am, my purpose, and how hard it is. You know, you have to really focus and to get to the certain point and level that you want to be. And that's just been my whole goal every day. Every day I wake up, it's about that focus.
Now, you say your parents are ministers, so
ask the same
yeah, how do they feel
PKs.
about this love and sex and all these songs where children are conceived that you wrote?
Well, of course, they have 6 kids of their own.
Oh! Learn from the best, right?
So it's not much they can say, right? That'd be a little hypocritical, you know.
That is too funny.
Well,
But at the same time, they don't hear it as well. So I got a lot of respect for my parents. Let's just be very clear.
Would you ever do a gospel album?
You know, gospel is tough. I mean, I've done some songs, you know, with some of the gospel artists, but I feel strongly that you have to live that life.
Yes.
You got to be a part of that, you know,
Yeah.
100%.
Let's talk about your new
No
label.
straddling the fence.
No straddling the fence.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you give your life over in that way, then
Completely.
maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, until then,
Maybe.
let's talk about your new label.
Yeah.
What's it called? The
Yeah.
Plaid Takeover?
Plaid Takeover.
Okay,
Plaid
explain
Takeover. As you
that.
can see, I'm plaid out right now.
Okay, you are. Plaided out
really,
from head to
really
toe.
what it is, I have a partner who's very, very intelligent, very smart in the game. And for me, it was all about building this company for R&B bringing it back, you know, taking it back to the essence of it. We really don't have a lot of artists out at this time that are really making an impact, you know, especially for R&B. If they are R&B, it seems like they sort of wanting to go pop more so.
And then the rappers are singing all the songs.
They're sounding pretty good too, which is funny. And so yeah, I mean, it's about building this brand of R&B that's just absolutely unstoppable. There's so many different layers and levels to it, and that's kind of like where the title Plaid comes from.
So I know your new album is under your label. So are you looking for new artists as well to sign?
I am, absolutely.
What kind of sounds are you looking for?
Well, I want someone who's true to who they are, to what they love. I mean, if it's authentic R&B, that's what I want. But I don't want to put any restrictions on any artist that's creative. If it's something I feel in love, I would love to be a part of, making it a success.
You've had a tremendous career. How did you first enter into the industry, though? Take us back.
Back door.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of people search for the, that front door. I'm an artist, I can do this, I can do that. I think it's at one point, my first deal I ever got was as a songwriter and a producer. So I call that my back door in.
Okay.
So every record that I produced, I did all the demo work for it. So the voice was heard on every record that I was writing. So who's this guy singing? And that's pretty much how everything just opened up.
That was smart. But did you always know you wanted a career in music? And at what point in your life did you say, I'm going to make this and do this seriously?
Well, leaving Georgia at 17, I decided to make a decision. I mean, I'd done a lot of nightclubs performing, and it was great. It was fun, and I figured there's another bigger cause and step for me out there. And sometimes you just got to take a step, take a challenge, and it was a no-brainer for me.
What made you decide to take that leap, though? Was there one moment where you had an epiphany and you said, I've got to get out of Georgia if I want to make my dreams come true?
I don't think it was just one thing in particular. I think I was just so driven and so focused, and I felt like New York was a place where dreams come true, in a sense where no matter what you're searching for, no matter what you're trying to do, you can, if you make it here, especially New York, you're really going to be successful around the world. And I think it was just that motivation. It's just, you know what, I got to go do something. I'm going to take a chance in it.
So what was the big break that really put you on as your own vocalist, own singer?
I'm sorry, say again?
What was your big break that really made you step out and say, I can do this, I'm a solo singer, performer, you're not just writing songs for everyone else?
Pretty much always performed, as I mentioned before, like earlier.
But was there one
15,
big break
16.
that you did something and you was like, it just set you up and everybody knew your name after that?
I can't say it was one big thing, because when I got signed, it was just strictly for 4 or 5 different, performance for a few labels, and they saw the potential. They saw everything they needed to see, and from the first album, it just trickled. It's like I just continued to keep writing, and I think it was the songs more so than anything that propelled my career. That did it for me.
Take us back to the first time you heard one of your singles on the radio.
I gotta say, it's a pretty amazing feeling. It's a pretty amazing feeling, especially if this is all you've done your entire life, and you've listened to other artists that you respect so much on the radio, and now you're a part of that company.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt incredible. It feels even more incredible when you can run into an idol of yours, like a Stevie Wonder or a Charlie Wilson, and now they're singing your songs to you. It's like, wow, you know this.
Wow.
It's a pretty amazing thing.
Wow, what is that like?
I've had some pretty incredible times,
Really?
moments in life where it's been a real dream. It really has been a dream. I mean, being really close to having close friends like Stevie Wonder. I mean, it really put a different perspective in my mind. Like, wow, now I've kind of made it, the way I feel.
You've made it, and now you're working on your 11th album. What can we expect from this one?
Well, classic R&B. I'm trying to go back to the essence of what it was. We had our Bobby Browns, our Luthers, Gerald Leverts, and just keeping that essence of what that was, Just really so much more so in the music. I think we've lost the character of what R&B was.
Yes.
And just bringing it back. It's old school, it's live. And I think they're really going to love this album because of those elements. It's live music.
Okay. Speaking of live music, would you like to take us to break with one of those songs?
Hey.
The album? Sing it. Teach the young folks about music.
Let's see. Let me go back a little bit.
Okay.
Baby, I want to do all love, the things your man won't do. Ooh, I'll do them for you. Just a little
Oh,
something.
that's something. He's just teasing him. He's just teasing him right there.
You know, I go back a little few years. It's like
Right,
1995, 96,
I like it.
years
Classic.
ago.
That was
All
a
right.
good time in music.
Thank you.
Joe,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for being here.
my pleasure.
And
Thanks for
when
having
the
me.
album drops, you come back, okay?
Most certainly.
Okay,
most
that's a
certainly.
deal.
All right.
And come back with
Bridges.
that Tom Ford, too, because
Right.
you smell good.
And now we want to know what your favorite Joe song is, so tweet us about it at Arise TV 360.